Deir el-Bakari cache. Ahmose's mummy was discovered in 1881 at the Deir el-Bakari cache, located in the hills directly above the mortuary temple of Hatshepsut. No, they got his body. So that kills you again.
See, this is what Chris fails at right here. Let me show you. Chris is reading from Wikipedia. Ahmose's mummy was discovered in 1881. But see, when you read right here, Ahmose the first mummy was unwrapped by Gaston it was found within a coffin that bore his name. And let's see here. He had evidently been moved from his original burial place, rewrapped, placed within the cache of Deir el-Bahari. So he was moved from his original burial place. Then he was rewrapped and placed within the cache at Deir el-Bahari during the reign of the 21st dynasty. So almost his body was already compromised 3 dynasties later. Okay. And by the priest king Padijim, whose name also appears on the mummy's wrapping. So, he moved his body and then he moved him and then rewrapped him. And then that's what it's saying. The body was 64 inches. So he was a little over 5 feet. Well, he was about 5 feet and a half. And the mummy had a small face with no defining features, though he had slightly prominent front teeth. This may have been an inherited family trait, as this feature can be seen in some female mummies of the same family, as well as the mummy of his descendant Thutmose. A short description of the mummy by Gaspin Maspero sheds further light on familial resemblances. He was of medium height, as his body, when mummified, measured 5.5 feet in length. But the development of the neck and chest indicates extraordinary strength. The head is small in proportion to the bust, the forehead low and narrow, the cheekbones project, and the hair is thick and wavy. The face exactly resembles that of Teocri, his dad, Sequinere Tau, and the likeness alone would proclaim the affinity, even if we were ignorant of the close relationship which united these two pharaohs. So now this is part of the article. Initial studies of the mummy were first thought to reveal a man in his 50s, but subsequent examinations have shown that he was instead likely to have been in his mid-30s when he died. The identity of this mummy was called into question in 1980 by published results of James Harris, a professor of orthodontics, and Egyptologist Edward Wendt. Harris had been allowed to take x-rays of all the supposed royal mummies at the Cairo Museum. While history records Ahmose the First as being the son or possibly the grandson of Sequinere Tau, the craniofacial morphologies of these two mummies are quite different. It is also different from that of the female mummy identified as Ahmose Nefertari, thought to be his sister. These inconsistencies and the fact that this mummy was not posed with arms crossed over chest, as was the fashion of the period for male royal mummies, led them to conclude that this was likely not a royal mummy, leaving the identity Ahmose the First unknown. So they're saying that this is not known to be Ahmose's body. So if Ahmose is the pharaoh of the Exodus, if he wasn't the pharaoh of the Exodus, where is he? Why was he moved? And why was another king's signature written on his mummy wrappings? Why doesn't he have the same facial features as his sister and his dad? Why aren't his arms wrapped? Which would show that he's a royal mummy. So everything about this mummy is saying to them that this isn't Ahmose. So where is Ahmose? Chris, this right here is detrimental to your argument, brother. You could clown, joke, and do whatever. But this right here just proved that you have not done your research like you and Killer claim. Killer sounded like Kermit the Frog and a elderly old lady with a high-pitched voice. Just, I don't know. You know what I mean? But you got to explain that. You said the mummy was found, but if you'd have read to the end of that segment, you would have seen that they said that the mummy is, that mummy is pretty much a John Doe. You've been G-checked. Signing out.